This is Humankind. We're here on Xbox Series X. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this is kind of a civilization-like game. It's very much its own sort of experience, so it's not just, straight up Age of Empire civilization. I want to say Age of Empires, which is hilarious because I've been playing a lot of that. But, it very much is its own kind of experience, but it's kind of along that vein of like these hexagonal, kind of panels that you're moving through and exploring with your armies and your civilizations as you continue to grow them through different eras. So what are we getting here? It should be a 4K resolution. It's a little harder to tell with the art style being very, it's aesthetic in its own kind of way. But yeah, 60 FPS. There are going to be some drops. I would say while you're playing, especially as things kind of get a little bit more intensive. So just kind of keep that in mind, gameplay wise, as you're going along. But I mean, it is sort of a strategy game where you are, just kind of managing stuff. So it's not the biggest deal in that regard. So yeah, you get a huge selection of civilizations to choose from, apparently 60 historical cultures that are present. We're gonna go with, I don't know who we want to go with for this particular age. Should we do the Egyptians? Or the Babylonians? I'm kind of like, really sort of debating. I do like the Egyptians, but the Babylonians are interesting. Let's just go with the Egyptians here. And then you get different traits. So what's also interesting is you make your kind of leader, and you can customize them, and you kind of like you build your civilization over time, which is interesting. You could play, there's local play. There's also online play for up to 10 players. So you kind of use your different points that you have within your troops, and then you can do different things with them. So it's like you can essentially claim territory, create stuff, but you need to kind of build up the points of your party. So you do that by moving your units, attacking, and taking on various threats and exploring too. You're out there to explore, and you can do manual battles or instant resolutions. But I find those ones to be a bit simpler just to have them kind of battle. So what's also interesting in this one is like there's quite a lot of complexity to the actual like different eras that you're in. Like you actually are kind of like building upwards, if that makes sense. Like it's
not just a bunch of buildings.
It's a little, it's a little different and a little bit more complex than you might kind of imagine. Because like for me, civilization's like a very straightforward thing. The tooltips just popping up, but you get to do all this stuff. Like we could build like an Egyptian pyramid. We could do the farmers' quarters, and then you kind of like you build it, and you can easily see it's like what resources you're getting for building in the different spots. It's really quite interesting. If that makes like I really am quite fascinated by this one just in terms of like how it feels similar to like, civilization, but it also very much does its own sort of thing for building and creating, and you get scouts, and then you got to build up like your actual population number of your city to basically be able to have more like units. It's very interesting in what it does. Like I really do genuinely find this one to be a fascinating twist on kind of an existing formula of gameplay that I know and love from so many years. It's nice to have different like options, if that makes sense. I remember if I was sending you guys in a direction or if I was just kind of having you guys kind of defend a territory. Because, we can also have them kind of like, you could like clear the forest, you could, like there's a lot of like little strategy bits to managing your forces and getting them to do stuff, you know, with the turn-based society and whatnot. It's just, it's kind of like a different option. That's the biggest thing I want to get across, is it's like, you know, this is kind of a different way to experience something that you might be familiar with and have like a different kind of twist on that. Because I'm always looking for games that are sort of like along the lines of what I've played, but they do different things, if that makes sense. Like, they kind of twist things up a bit. Because, I mean, it's, you don't want the exact same game over and over again. Well, some, I mean, if you want the same franchise, you kind of do to a degree, but improved upon each time, right? But, you know, when you're looking for similar games, you want them to feel like something you've played, but you want them to do something a little different every time. And it's nice to have something like this, because I really am kind of intrigued and fascinated by it. Like, this is like pretty early on too, and it's like the complexity of your experience grows quite a bit as you go for differing types of victories and goals and whatnot, right? Okay, so lots of planes and whatnot. Yeah, it's nice to see different folks take different cracks at the genre. And I'm sure I'm not playing it super effective to the degree that I'm sure some other, you know, kind of folks would do in this series, but mostly trying to give you an idea of it so you can see what it's like and everything like that. Okay, so there's the territory I control that I have influence over. They give you like a lot of like little trees and stuff, and it all fits really well on the, like the control, like it fits really well with the controls on the controller. If that makes sense, because that is something that's like, you would think for this kind of game would be a little, you know, you're never sure how they're going to handle it, but in the modern era we really can seemingly get basically anything, you know, running on the controller. I feel like the companies are getting really intuitive at handling that sort of thing. Oh, we're already out of moves. Did I move you guys already? I think I did move them, right? Yeah, okay. We're good here. How's the town going? Town's a building. I acknowledge. That's great. Good for them. So glad of what they've accomplished. But these can be like really relaxing things, and they can also just like, you can find your day disappearing when you play this type of game, which can be like the best or worst thing depending on the situation that you have going on in your life. Like, it is really, really quite cool. I've always loved this type of game ever since I was very young. Like, Civilization 2, you know, was kind of where I was starting off with, basically. And it's like the genre has just grown in such ridiculous levels of complexity over that time that it really is quite remarkable that much time has gone by, that we're seeing games like become like this sort of thing, especially on console too. Mostly trying to explore and show you new territory and stuff. There are things to discover. Ooh. Interesting. They are exhausted. It's also like the start of the game is a bit more about like the building of the culture of your people too. If that makes sense. Like, they do kind of try to open it up in a bit of a dynamic way. I don't know how best to describe it. Because you do get those, like you saw the little video intro there, you do get that kind of thing with your culture. You need to research domestication. Well, I'm trying to, but you know, like 4 turns to get to domestication, which isn't ideal. I guess I could kind of like just park them, and then when I unlocked us, I could explore more and then come back with domestication, I guess. Oh, I forgot to do the oh jeez. Yeah, okay, my bad. Yeah, we can come back for the Holsies. Might as well visit more places. And I really like the music and the sort of like calming atmosphere. Like obviously things are gonna get a little bit more intensive as eras go on, right?
The
But
agrarian
like,
Harapans.
yeah.
You're as likely to meet their canals and farmers as their soldiers.
I could also choose war.
Time to see what happens when foreign cultures get together and decide to murder each other.
Defeat? How did I get defeated? I had a huge advantage. This is like a 28 to 14 advantage. Are you kidding me? Where's my load? Wow, how far back is this load? That is insanity. Oh, and it takes a bit to load, but once you're in, it's like pretty easy going. You know, it doesn't, everything's just like seamless once you're actually in the match, which is totally fine to me. Wow, that really drives me crazy. Like, so badly I had to go back.
The agrarian Harapans. You're as likely to meet their canals and farmers as their soldiers.
I really don't understand how they got me. Like a 28 versus 15 preview? I am dumbfounded. Like, absolutely just dumbfounded that that was a thing. Was it because I auto-battled? I am so confused. Like, I literally should have destroyed them. Maybe I need to train some more, I guess. Huh. Wow. I'm so deep. Like, I mean, maybe there's a tired angle. I don't know. I am deeply upset by that. Ooh, carcasses. That's what I've always wanted. Good set of carcasses. That's great. Huh. Yo, can we take that? It's like an even battle. I kind of want to kill the giant. Is that supposed to be like a woolly mammoth? That's pretty cool, eh? Okay, well, we're gonna leave them be. We're gonna take out this thing. Oh, were you guys able to kill the simple deer? Oh, somebody died? That's a little sad. Maybe that's why the party is, like, hurt, exhausted.
For both of our aspirations.
Promising. Perhaps.
Okay, well, I don't really want a treaty. Only trade luxuries? Sure.
There is much to admire here, except
It was nice to meet your civilization. I hope they enjoyed that. But I don't know, I hope I'm kind of giving you at least an idea of how it plays. They're just like moving away. Kind of funny. Huh. Love how the terrain causes issues too. I always thought that was so neat when like the complexity, like even back in the day, believe it or not, with the Age of Empires 2 was very complex, but Civilization 2, you know, even had like advantages for different terrain and whatnot. But it's interesting how much the like styling of tiles and terrain has changed so much over the years. It really is actually just amazing. Oh, I can finally get another population thing going on here. Okay. Now we can have more scouts. Although I do wish we had more advanced, complex units. Oh, now we can have riders. 'Cause I've got domestication! We should probably get that going on here. Yeah, it definitely can take a bit to get going. I was wondering if I should really have my unit so far out, but I am trying to, like, explore and show off the world. Okay, so we should probably do carpentry, city defense. Kind of thinking about city defense would be a good idea. You know, gotta get them walls going on. Okay, now can you guys... No, I don't want to auto-explore. I wanted to check out the horses. Now that we have domestication going on. Unbelievable. Oh, we definitely need to kill that deer. It actually almost really takes its time to get going on things, I suppose you would say. That's the idea, is your time value. And I love how the world reveals itself to you as you continue to explore. Huh. Like good personalization. Lots of building stuff. Like it's really quite neat. City defense researched. Oh, that's good. Carpentry, irrigation, bronze working. I feel like carpentry is probably like a pretty good thing to have, you know what I mean? So we can actually build some walls now. Ooh! Scout riders too. And a garrison? Now we're really cooking. Do we attack the giant woolly mammoth? The woolly mammoth has the high ground? I don't want the horses. Actually, it would be more funny if the giant woolly mammoth went after us and killed us. That would be entertaining. There are a lot of them. How much influence do we have? 161. We don't have enough for an outpost? How am I supposed to expand my empire without the outpost creation?
Follow me.
You have
That would appear to be some enemy
first
territory there.
emblematic quarter. It's a symbol of power and a lasting memory of this era. Go ahead, be smug.
Till your civilization gets conquered. Oh, what is that? In the water.